Hey friends, it's Miss Everett again, and we've been talking about multiplication, and I asked you to do a few problems to practice your multiplication on a place value chart and understanding that 8,000s is 8,000 and those kind of things, right? And I asked you to do a few problems so that you can practice. So we're going to go a little bit deeper with this today. We were doing lesson 5, so we're going to finish. So you can see my screen. It says, compare the expressions below. What is the same? What is different? And let's look at them. The first one says, this one, it says 2 tens times 4. Well, when I look at it, and I look at the other one that says 2 hundreds times 4, I can see that they both have 2 of their unit form, and they both need to be multiplied by 4. But what's different? Their unit form. This one is 2 tens that needs to be multiplied, and this one is 2 hundreds. Can you see that? The biggest difference is their unit form, which means that the numbers are definitely different. Let's see what they have to say.
Applying 2 tens times 4 compared to 2 hundreds times 4.
The number of discs in both was the same, but the units were different. I used discs that represented 100 instead of 110, so my answer was larger. Then, when I multiplied 2 thousandths times 4, it looked the same again. But instead of disc representing 100, the disc represented 1,000. The answer was 8,000 because we multiplied 2 times 4 in the thousands place.
Great observations. Let's practice a few more.
Now, do you remember that's what we did? Okay, let's practice some more. Now we're going to represent 2 times 200 on a place value chart. Now we did this quite a bit on the other one, so we really should know what we're going to do. It tells us that we need to multiply by 5. And telling us that we need to multiply by 5, we know we need 5 groups of 200. So we need to add 4 groups to get to 5, correct? Did we add too many? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Excellent. Now, we need to write, it says write, let's see what it says exactly.
Write 5 times 200 in unit form.
Remember what we said about unit form? Unit form is saying this name, hundreds. Instead of me saying this is anything 100, I'm going to say hundreds. So I had to do 5 times 200 in unit form. So I really just need to count how many place value discs I have in this unit form. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I could put 5 times 200 is 1,000. You see that? Let's see if Miss Ever got it right. I did. Now we're going to write the answer in standard form. And I know you've been wanting to say it the whole time. Oh, I know it. I know it. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. What is that? 1,000. That is it in standard form. 5 times 200 is 1,000. 5 times 200 is 10 hundreds. Look at that. We're learning. All right, now we're going to represent 5 times 2,000. Now, we know by now we need to make sure that we have 5 groups of 2,000. And we already have 1 group there. So we're going to add how many groups? Think, think, think. 4. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and have 5 groups. We're doing this, I'm telling you. So now, remember we talked about uniform. So it's asking me 5 times what? 5 times. It asked me 2,000. 2,000 in uniform is 2,000s. is how many thousands? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's 10 thousands. Okay. What is that in standard form, friends? Count it. 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6. Oh, Miss Everett's not even counting right. Look at this. 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000. You know, sometimes we do silly things like get numbers mixed up. 5 times 2,000 is 10,000. Great job, friends. Okay, how do we simplify it? Let's see. Let's go through a quick lesson of simplifying it.
Sophie, what'd you come up with?
2,000 equals 2 times 1,000. So I can rewrite 5 times 2,000 as 5 times 2 times 1,000. Multiplying 5 times 2 is easy. It's 10. So we get 10 times 1,000. I can bundle 10,000s to make one 10,000. So the answer is 10,000.
Okay, friends. What they did was not only did they broke apart the number, what also means to decompose to make it easier to multiply. So what you're going to do is we're going to do this 4 times 20 together, okay? And I'm going to give you a moment because it says to solve on paper. And you can pause the video to do a moment 4 times 2. Pause the video. Okay, we're back. I know that the answer is 80. Did we get that correct? We did. Okay, so now Miss Everett's you're now going to practice what we've learned. I just wanted to see if you got that one correct. But now you need to do 4 times 600 on your own. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute and I'm going to just tell you the numbers and you're just going to have to rewind it. So you can do 4 times 600. Uh-oh. And I'm doing something just so you can't see it. I don't want you to see what the answers are, but I have to put the answers on and to move on. So I want you to do 4 times 600. And I also want you to do 3,000 times 5. I bet you already know the answer. I bet you already know the answer to these. And I want you to do those, and I want you to see if you get the right answer. And then next time we'll come back and we'll go over it, and we'll learn a little bit more about multiplying, guys. All right, you guys, have a good evening.